Hi, I'm Dr. Alice, Associate Professor in Microbiology. So today I'll be talking about enteric fever. So in this lecture, we'll be covering the etiological agents of enteric fever, the classification and the nomenclature of Salmonella, and the antigenic structure of the genus Salmonella, and the pathogenesis and clinical manifestations of enteric fever, its laboratory diagnosis, its prophylaxis, and I'll be talking a bit about non-typhoidal Salmonella too. So to introduce this genus Salmonella, it causes three types of infections. The first one is enteric fever. So this is caused by the serotypes of typhoidal Salmonella. And these serotypes of this typhoidal Salmonella, it exists only in humans. So humans are the only reservoir host. So they will not be present in animals. And the serotype Salmonella typhi causes typhoid fever, and the serotype Salmonella paratyphi A and B causes paratyphoid fever. A second common infection caused by the Salmonella is gastroenteritis. It is mainly caused by non-typhoidal Salmonella, right? And these non-typhoidal Salmonella serotypes, they are distributed in animals, mammals, birds, reptiles, and also in insects. And they can cause infection in humans. So the serotypes include Salmonella typhimurium, Enteritis, Newport, Dublin, Javiana, Heidelberg, and Cholera suis. And now, those strains of these non-typhoidal Salmonella causing gastroenteritis, they get disseminated into the bloodstream, and they get seeded in various organs, resulting in bacteremia, and also it causes many metastatic infections. So now coming to the classification and the nomenclature of this genus Salmonella. So the genus Salmonella was first discovered by Salmon and Smith in the year 1885. And later, this serotype Salmonella typhi was discovered by Ebert and Gafke. So the serotype Salmonella typhi is also called as Eberthella or Gafke bacillus or Eberthella typhi. But now we call it as Salmonella typhi. So now coming to the clinical classification of Salmonella. So it is broadly classified into typhoidal Salmonella and non-typhoidal Salmonella. So in short, we call it as NTS. Okay. And then coming to the antigenic classification, the common classification we have is Kaufman-White scheme of classification. So how it is classified? It is based on the difference in the somatic antigen, that is the O antigen, and the flagellar antigen, what we call it as the H antigen. Okay. So now, based on the differences in the O antigen, we classify the genus Salmonella into various serogroups. Okay. So totally there are 67 serogroups, and based on the differences in the flagellar antigen or the H antigen, further they are classified into serotypes. Okay, so totally there are 2,500 serotypes that exist in nature. So we saw about the clinical classification. The next one is the antigenic classification. And the third one is the molecular classification. So this is based on the DNA hybridization studies. And based on that, the genus Salmonella has got two species. So what are those? They are Salmonella enterica and Salmonella bungori. Okay. And now, this Salmonella enterica further has 6 subspecies. What are those? They are Enterica, Salame, Arizona, Di-Arizona, Houghtonii, and Indica. And now, these subspecies are further differentiated into serotypes. Okay. So, how do we classify the serotypes? Based on the differences in the flagellar antigen, that is the H antigen. Okay. And most of the typhoidal and non-typhoidal Salmonella serotypes, they come under the species Enterica and subspecies Enterica. So now it's a little difficult to write the nomenclature of Salmonella when compared to other bacteria because it has got the genus Salmonella, and then it has got a species, say species Enterica, and then various subspecies, say subspecies Enterica, and then it has got a serotype, okay, various serotypes. So serotype, say example, serotype typhi, okay, so this is how it is written: Salmonella species Enterica, subspecies Enterica, and serotype typhi, okay, or serotype paratyphi A, or serotype paratyphi B, or serotype paratyphi C, okay, like that it goes on. So this is how the nomenclature is done for the genus Salmonella. So now let's move on to the antigenic structure of Salmonella. So it has got three important antigens. So what are those? One is the O antigen. It is called as the somatic antigen. The second one is the flagellar antigen, that is the H antigen. And then we have this VI antigen. You call this as the envelope antigen. So it is a polysaccharide antigen. Okay, so initially they thought this VI antigen contributes to virulence, and hence they designated it as VI antigen. But actually VI antigen is poorly immunogenic when compared to that of O antigen and H antigen. Okay, so these are the three main antigens of the genus Salmonella.